Hello everybody, I will Balvering here again, and I do apologize up front. That might be a little extra noise because right as I started getting ready for the video, my neighbor started mowing their lawn. So you might hear a little extra noise. But today, we are unboxing Book 2 in the Passage to Dawn series, The Other Way by Derrick Smythe. And this should be the Kickstarter Deluxe hardback and paperback. And of course, the next book in the series hasn't launched yet, but The Other Battle Kickstarter is available to sign up for. So there are my two books. Let's open those guys up. This feels like it should be my hardback. And as usual, Merrick Books has wrapped these up very nicely. Ooh, look at that guy. And we'll open this up here in a moment. Set all that aside. And unfortunately, there was an issue with the printer. If you're not following the campaign, that was the printer sent to the author what he thought was approved. And we saw that some of the pages, or more specifically some of the art pages, had not printed properly. So, while attempting to get that fixed, he found out they'd actually already printed the books. In theory, we should be getting some art prints to replace those, but I'm not seeing those here. And somebody who has received the book already has posted a comment that those didn't make it through. So it's possible that Merrick Books forgot to package those. It's entirely possible they're in here, but I'm not holding my breath for those to be in between the pages. Ooh, there's a nice piece of art, however. My understanding is black and white pieces like that, there were a few of those that had issues. I don't recall there being their autograph, a checklist. There we go. Let's look at our illustrations real quick. 01. There's our first one. That is, I'm not getting the name, but that's by Joshua Kairos. I'll kind of skim through most of these. I'm not going to read off all the names. You can see them here, especially because I know I'm going to butcher most of these names. 59. This one we already landed on. 96 and 97. Ooh, interesting. Some kind of indentations here in the page. Something was in between these two pages before I got it. I wonder if somehow they wrapped up some of the paper it wraps in inside to hold it. Interesting. No, that couldn't be because it was shrunk wrapped, so it must have happened at the printer somehow. But yeah, several of these, presumably one like this one, the black and white ones were too dark. So we are supposed to get art prints to make up for that because the printer printed them off without getting approval for that specific part. So it's probably my 289. Yep. And obviously these art images are going to make so much more sense when I actually read the story and know what's going on in the pictures. There's another one that's obviously too dark for what they're trying to show us. And that's the one that he used in the campaign to show what was going on. So there's a lot more to that picture than what we're seeing there. And I know I had an issue with a couple of pages like that in the first one. So that's something that he's going to look into fixing. Interesting little misprint. Not that that's a big deal for me. Ooh, very beautiful. So is that. And then, of course, our back end sheet. Very nice. Open up our paperback here. There's one thing he definitely likes to give us is those nice looking bookmarks to go with. And in my case, that'll probably either go in my stack of beautiful bookmarks or it will end up in this paperback here, since the hardback already has the ribbon bookmark. Obviously, this is going to have the same piece of artwork in there. It is essentially the same book. Just doesn't have the leather or faux leather cover. And once again, if you're interested and haven't already got these, he does have the pre-launch page up for the third book Kickstarter. You should be able to get both the first and second book in there as well. But thank you for watching. When I do get the art prints, I will show those off. In fact, I'll probably compare that to the version of the art in the book.